Now, I know the fanboys and ponies are not going to like this, man. The Gears of War movie is going to be a banger. The game is already a banger. The fan base, they love bangers. So it's going to be a 10 out of 10 across the map, man. I just can't believe that they're actually going to make one of my favorite games of all time a movie. And from what I'm hearing, they got another game coming down the pipeline. So if you haven't jumped into the Xbox ecosystem, man, I suggest y'all do it now. I suggest you guys do it now so you can catch up on the whole entire Gears of War franchise. They have all of the Gears of War on Game Pass, so I suggest you guys go and check it out now. It is one of my top favorite games. Part 2. If you want to just get right to it and jump into a great game, man, right now, Gears of War 2 is one of my top favorite, man. I'm talking about it's just the entire game, the horde mode, the storyline, the mechanics, the gameplay, the third person shooter. Man, this game was just always awesome to me. Always like the characters, always like the locusts. It's just something about this game that caught my eye way back in the day on the 360 era. I mean, can you guys believe that? I'm talking about Xbox Live, baby. I know a lot of people still call it Xbox Live, but now we mostly call it Game Pass. But back in the day, it was only called Xbox Live. This was way before Game Pass even existed. A decade before Game Pass came out. Maybe 2 decades. Man, this was way before Game Pass, man. So I really would like you guys to jump into it, man. This game was released all the way back then, man. I'm talking about, you already know, like I said before, this is a third person shooter, not a first person. Most of us are used to Call of Duty like first person, but this game you actually get to see the entire person, and the story mode is just amazing. I'm talking about once you get into it, it will just suck you in, and I guarantee you will become a fan as well, man, like I did way back in the day. I'm not talking about now, like these games now, you gotta prove too much to make it to the top of the food chain with these games. Because all these Decepticons out here hating on everything. I don't care what game comes out, it's gonna get the top notch to the 10 of hate. I'm talking about, like, it can be the best game. We can consider a game to be a 10 out of 10. Once the Metacritics get it, oh, it deserves a 70. You're gonna be like, what? This is the best game that came out in like 10 years, and you're gonna give it a 70? So but man, I'm talking about, man, but that's how it is in these gaming streets. Like, we already know the movies coming, the shows coming. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be working on a new game as well. This is gonna be a big AAA banger whenever this game drops. I'm hoping that it's just only next gen, because we don't need any excuses when this game drops. I don't hear nobody talking about, oh, you know, Xbox One holding the generation back. It's capped off at 30 FPS. The studios want to be lazy and don't want to, you know what I'm saying, make the game right. You know, they half stepping. They ain't doing what they supposed to be doing. They're already getting paid top dollar to make the game, but they don't want to design the game. Come on, man. Come on. This is a joke out here in this industry. So this is one of my favorite games, man, and they can't mess it. They cannot mess this game up. This is the reason, bro. This is the reason why I really became an Xbox fan back in the day on 360 Xbox Live. Gears of War. Now, the first Gears of War, don't get me wrong, it was dope. It was cool. It was something different, something new. The graphics at that time, even if you go back and play that Gears of War 1 and 2, 2 was my favorite. My favorite. Gears of War 2, the story mode, just everything about it, the mechanics, the gameplay. That game was just close to being perfect. That was my favorite Gears of War, hands down. Hands down. And this right here, when Xbox was popping, bro. Xbox, this was like after I had kind of got out of the Dreamcast era and the regular Xbox era, and then we moved over to the 360. Oh my goodness, it was a new world. I'm talking about, this was the graphics. Oh my goodness, was like a leap, a whole generational leap. And then when the one came out, it was another leap. Now it just seems like we kind of like stagnant. We just kind of like flatline with graphics. The only thing they're doing now is resolution, you know, FPS and frame rate and ray tracing. So the graphics ain't really took a really big leap yet, and probably to like PS6 and the next Xbox drop. But back in those days on Xbox Live, man, you can really get down and dirty, and you had so much fun. It was actually genuine fun with your friends online, bro. Like, Xbox Live was that deal, hands down. I don't even think I really played PS3 all that much back in those days. I think I really didn't get back into PlayStation until like PlayStation 4, like PS4. That's when I think I got back into, you know, actually seeing what, you know, okay, you know, PS4 dope. Not that I didn't like PS3. That was not the case. It was just Xbox Live was so much funner because they had all the multiplayer games. And, you know, this is the problem that I got now. The whole trying to block the whole entire Call of Duty Activision Blizzard deal. That old Lion Jim Ryan and those Decepticons over there at Sony is trying to do. This have been Xbox DNA since day one. That's why I say multiplayer fits Xbox. You know what I'm saying? And just to even think, I got news today that David Batista, one of the top wrestlers in the WWE, wants to play. I'm pretty sure he want to play Marcus in Gears of War, the main character. He really. I'm assuming he's a diehard fan of Gears too. I'm guessing he's a Gears head like I was. I'm talking about, this is back in the day, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with now. Not the way they gaming now. It's more about console wars and Twitter. You know, it ain't. I'm not talking about the gamers now. These new generation gamers don't really know about like gaming. I mean, you had to be like, you gotta be in the older generation to really understand it, because most of these guys, they're really only jumping into the new stuff. So I'm talking about when diehard gamers know about Gears of War, yeah, they know what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about these little noobs. My little cousin used to always say these noobs, all these newbies. You know, we ain't worrying about the noobs. But yeah, man, this have been some really good news though, man. This is really dope. Like, I am so excited for Gears of War making a comeback like this. I didn't think Xbox, you know, Uncle Phil, the green team, man, I really didn't think that they were going to go in this direction. I mean, they are really competing with Sony at a very, very high level, bro. Like, I'm talking about Sony is making their games out of movies. Xbox is making their games out of movies and shows too. They're making AAA bangers over there on the blue team with Sony. Xbox is making AAA bangers come next year too. It's like they are really competing this generation. And just to hear their top games are all coming out. Even Halo got a show, you know. I'm pretty sure they're gonna come out with another season to that, and probably, hopefully, they give the fans what they want. I'm pretty sure Uncle Phil might step in and say, "Hey, you know, let's really give them Halo. Don't branch too much to the left. Like, you kind of getting away from the story. You ain't going the right direction. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I get it. You want to reel in a new audience, a new crowd, and all that stuff. I get that part. Don't get me wrong. I understand the music. I mean, the movie industry, how the critics are, and how the directors, they got a vision. Oh, my vision. I want the film to be like this. I want it to look like that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that worked on the game, from I guess Bungie and 343, they're probably looking at each other like, bro, what? Bro, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Scratching their heads. So I'm really hoping, man, as much, bro, I will be the first to tell you guys, if they mess this film up, this show up, and it's not Gears, I want all of Gears. I want every, you know, Marcus and Coltrane and all of them. We need Gears. I'm talking about for the diehard fans. We need this to be a 10 out of 10, man. We don't need them dropping the ball on this movie here, because Gears of War, I remember back in the Xbox 360 days, man, that just brings back so many memories, bro. Like when gaming was actually like, though, it was just fun. It's a different vibe now. It's like people ain't really having fun. They're having more fun talking about the other gamers, the other gaming community, the other fans. They're not having fun actually playing the games. Like back then, they actually were having fun playing the games, like actually being a gamer. And then if they get into it, if somebody got some smoke with somebody online, that's kind of how it went. So it wasn't more so we hop on Twitter. You know, as a matter of fact, I want to say, was Twitter popping back then? I don't think Twitter was popping like it was back then, like it is now. So maybe that's why those console wars wasn't as. They always had console wars. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, because I know I always used to debate with a lot of my friends as well, is which one was better. Is the PS3 better, or is the 360 better? What should I buy? Should I buy the membership for this? Should I buy the membership for that this month? You know, back in those days you're a lot younger, you know, so you got to make a lot of different decisions. You know. But yeah, man, I could just, it's just looking back at those times, man, and fast forwarding to now that we're gonna get an actual Gears of War movie. That is crazy, bro. I'm just so in disbelief that they're really doing it. Like, they're actually listening to the fans. And you know, another thing, I think the whole entire movie industry and fans have got so tired of just superhero movies. It's time for a change. Now, that's what I thought about this way back in the day. I said, why don't they start bringing out video game movies like all of our AAA bangers? Like, and I thought about it, but they're actually doing it. So I'm assuming somebody had the same idea I had, but I never knew Xbox would do it. Now, I had a feeling Sony might do it because they already was doing Spider-Man. So I'm thinking, but when I heard about Halo, I was like, wait. So this is the direction that we're moving in? Okay, I can get with that. So now we got competition now in the movies. Which show is better? Now we're going to have movie fanboys. Now we can say which show is going to be better. Like, okay, they got Horizon coming out. They got God of War coming out. I think they got another Halo season coming out. They got Gears of War. They got Uncharted. They got Spider-Man. You know, Batman, all the superhero movies as well. So now this is some more topics that I'm going to have to start jumping on, because now they're making my favorite games into movies, bro. And I'm so hyped. I'm so turned up, bro. This is my Christmas present. To hear that one of my favorite games that I've been thinking about diving back into is actually making a movie, bro. Like, this is crazy. I don't even know where to start, bro. Like, I'm just in disbelief right now. It's like, wow, they are really competing with Sony at a very high level, because I already know Sony don't like competition. I already know they don't want competition in no area. And if Xbox is okay, you're gonna try to stop us in gaming, but you might not be able to stop us in the movie industry. And they may start bringing out all those triple. Starfield may get a movie. Redfall might get a movie. Stalker 2 may get a movie. If it ain't already got a movie called Stalker. It sounds like I heard that name before. Forza might get a movie like Ferrari. Remember Ferrari and is it Ford versus Ferrari or something like that? Now they got a Lamborghini movie finna come out. Forza can come out with one as well. I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to throw that out there as an example of the direction that we're going in. It's crazy. And these are topics that I just feel like I want to start touching on, because the movie industry is a very big fan base. You know, and I'm just so turned up, and I'm happy to be a part of the content world, man, because all these great things, they're out there. And I know you guys want to stay updated on all of the new latest and greatest news. So the best way to do it is for me to start doing movie content as well. You know, I'm talking about on our favorite things. I'm not talking about random things. I'm talking about stuff like this. Gears, Halo, you know, I'm gonna have to stay updated on God of War, Horizon show. Oh, even The Last of Us series and shows too as well. So this is something that's just, you know, I've been thinking about for the past month or so. I was like, should I get more into movie content slash gaming slash tech, you know, slash comic book, you know, superhero characters like Spider-Man, Batman, you know. Then Gotham Knights came out, and I was like, man, I got so many great ideas that I can actually bring these characters to life to the channel. So I'm thinking, dang, man, I got so many great ideas. Just a whole different movement. You know what I'm saying? Because it was never really meant to be just about gaming. You know, it was meant to be about multiple things, you know, so I can stay updated and keep the fan base updated on everything, not just one thing. Because we know certain content can get oversaturated real fast because you have so many people, there's so many content creators now. But I know it's certain things that I bump into that I would like to bring to the channel that I know you guys are gonna like. You guys are gonna think it's so dope, like things like this, because this is just it to me. I don't know, like, I mean, we have different groups. You know, you got the younger crowd, you got the middle crowd, and you have the older crowd. So I'm trying to blend everything in where everybody can relate to it. You know what I'm saying? So I always had the vision that I can do something like that and make it put a little spin on it, not get too far away from my craft that I do now, but just add a little flavor to it, you know, add something more to it, because I'm just excited about all the new bangers that's coming out, and now they're making AAA bangers out of movies, you know. Now, I did have an issue with Sony doing that, but not bringing PlayStation value. I did have an issue with that because they weren't focusing on the both. They weren't focusing on bringing us value to PlayStation Plus Premium and focusing on movies, you know, tech and other things like that. Headphones, controllers, like accessories. Like it's like they only one track minded. Sony can only do one thing at a time. If you ask them to do too much, they're gonna get confused. So you can't ask them to do too many things at one time and they get mad, and then they're just going in a little corner and cry. So, you know, you got to be, you know, delicate with them. You know, these ponies be wilding out here, man. We have been keeping them under control a little bit. Lately, a lot of people been getting on them because they been like, man, y'all need to chill out, bro. Okay, you know, Xbox is coming. They are here to stay. Definitely here to stay. Them and Nintendo. So calm down, bro. It's just God of War, bro. A lot of people, the backlashes on that game right now is crazy. My top God of War is still Part 3. Part 3, that was my favorite of all time. It's just the way the game, the mechanics, and just the gameplay, the story, just the story driven. It was just, man, that was the true God of War to me. Like, this one, it's cool, it looks good, it's amazing too, but something about Part 3 it was just magic, man. I can't even replace it. I can't. Each one of them are in their own category, but yeah, that one did it for me. And I'm gonna have to try the new one as well. A lot of people are saying that the cutscenes are crazy long, so it's like you're watching a movie. I've been hearing that, but yeah, man. Back to Gears of War, man. I just want to touch on that story, man, because I have been a diehard fan, man. A third person shooter with multiplayer. Great story. The graphics are great. AAA banger across the map, man. Even the new one, even on Game Pass as well. So if you click the link down in the description, man, you can play all of the Gears of War. All of them, bro. Like, all of them right now. All you have to do is just sign up for Game Pass Ultimate. You can play it on your mobile, PC, consoles, tablets, you know, your Steam Deck, even if you have TVs that are capable, bro. So this is a new movement that Xbox is going in, and you know, I can dig it, man. But I'm gonna leave it right there, man. We're gonna touch on some more topics later, man, because I'm just hyped, man. Once I heard, man, David Bautista wants to play the main character, I just had to touch on this, man, because I'm a huge fan of him in Guardian of the Galaxy. So To later, make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, click that notification bell so you guys can be notified on all of the new latest and greatest news in these gaming streets. And if you like jumping to the Xbox ecosystem, the PlayStation ecosystem, or buy, rent games, pre-order games, or check out some of my merch, my clothing, just click the link down below in the description. Thank you and peace.